The Washington Wizards and Los Angeles Lakers played a sloppy, mistake-filled basketball game at the Staples Center on Wednesday night. In fact, there were so many mistakes they had to play an extra 5 minutes of overtime just to fit them all in. In the interest of time, the game ended around 1:30 a.m. After all, let's focus solely on the 8 biggest mistakes by the Wizards, the Lakers and the refs in the final 15 seconds of overtime that led to Los Angeles' 10,299 victory. 1. Scott Brooks calls a timeout. Wall gets the ball with 15 seconds left and 4 Lakers in the backcourt and Brooks calls a timeout. Got to let the play go. Wizlickers picked out Twitter.com Jexta, let Els place at let Els place October 26, 2017 with 19 seconds remaining in overtime and the Lakers leading 10,099. Kyle Kuzma missed a corner three-pointer. Bradley Beal grabbed the rebound and handed it to Wall, who pushed the ball up court. At that moment, 4 of the Lakers players were still in the backcourt. Nevertheless, Scott Brooks instinctively walked on the court and called a timeout. This was the wrong move. Wall is one of the best point guards in transition. The Lakers' defense was not set and you have to trust your franchise point guard to create a good look in that situation. There's more than a decent chance Wall would have raced up court and found a cutting teammate for an easy basket. On top of that, Washington's half-court offense had been a disjointed, only-on-one, hairball mess for the previous 10-plus minutes of the game. Why stop a transition opportunity to draw up a half-court play too? Refs should not have allowed Washington to advance the ball before Brooks called the timeout. Beal had already grabbed the rebound pass to Wall, and Wall took at least one dribble. Accordingly, Washington should have been forced to inbound the ball in the backcourt. While the Wizards may have caught a lucky break, the refs certainly paid them back. 3. Refs missed a shooting foul on Julius Randle after Brooks' timeout. Kelly Oubre inbounded the ball to Wall at the three-point line as Kentavious Caldwell-Pope over-pursued. With a clear path to the rim, Wall drove straight into Julius Randle's chest and created substantial contact, but there was no call. The ref initially gave the ball to Washington, but a replay review clearly showed Wall touched it last. As the play was shown multiple times on the ESPN broadcast, Mark Jackson noted that the refs need to admit they made a mistake. Both Kara Lawson and Steve Buckhantz made the same observation that a foul should have been called on the NBC Sports Washington feed. In any event, the Lakers received possession with 11.5 seconds left in overtime and 1-point lead. 4. Jody Meeks did not switch on defensive man. Meeks doesn't switch on the pick, leaving Kuzma open. Then, he doesn't foul. Double dagger. Wizlickers picked out Twitter.com Sk9 Newell, let Els place at let Els place October 26, 2017 with Los Angeles inbounding the ball under their basket with a 1-point lead and 11.5 seconds remaining. Washington's defensive game plan should have been clear, switch all picks, try for a quick steal, then foul. Jody Meeks did not get the memo. Meeks started the play guarding Caldwell-Pope with Wall on Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma set a pick on Meeks, so Wall correctly switched onto Meeks' man Caldwell-Pope. However, instead of switching onto Kuzma, Meeks kept chasing Caldwell-Pope, which left Kuzma wide open for the inbounds pass. To make matters worse, Meeks compounded this fundamental mistake with an even more fundamental one. 5. Jody Meeks did not try to foul Kyle Kuzma. If you watch closely, when Meeks finally catches up to Kuzma, he does not make an aggressive attempt to foul. In fact, he makes no attempt at all. Meeks runs up to Kuzma and sort of hesitates. He doesn't foul or contest the pass. These two mistakes, failing to switch and failing to foul, started the chain reaction that allowed Los Angeles to break the press and run out the clock for the wait a minute, that's Julius Randle's music. 6. Randle gave Washington one last chance by dunking the ball after the Lakers broke Washington's full-court press. Randle caught the ball under the basket with 5.7 seconds remaining and no Wizards player below the free-throw line. He could have run out several of the remaining seconds, if not all of them, by dribbling toward the Wizards bench. Instead, he dunked, leaving Washington a very manageable 3-point deficit with 4.7 seconds remaining. As Randle walked back to the bench to celebrate, it looked like Caldwell-Pope told Randle the error of his clock-killing ways because Randle looked up at the scoreboard and said, "Oh, SHT." Caldwell-Pope explains to Randle that he should have run out the clock. Randle OSHT. Lakers Lake Show picked out Twitter.com Kerwanjavexi8, let Els place at let Els place October 26, 2017. In fairness to Randle, Kelly Oubre was closing in fast from the free throw line and Randle may have made an executive decision to take the sure 2 points over a couple uncertain free throws. However, judging by his reaction to Caldwell-Pope, it does not appear Randle contemplated those options during the 1.2 seconds that he had the ball. 7. Scott Brooks' play call put the Wizards in a tough spot. Meeks comes open after great pick by Oubre, but too much time already wasted by inbounding to Wall running toward half court. Wizlickers picked out Twitter.com Schwid 4, Let Els Place at Let Els Place October 26, 2017 with only 4.5 seconds remaining and no timeouts. Washington's only option was attempting a game-tying three-point shot. Knowing this, Brooks drew up a play to inbound the ball to Wall as he was running away from the basket. This was not good. The primary option after Wall caught the inbounds appeared to be Beal curling off a Mike Scott screen at the three-point elbow, but Lonzo Ball blocked the passing lane. This is where inbounding the ball to a player running toward midcourt hurts you. With the primary option off the table, there were only 3 seconds remaining by the time Wall could square up to the basket 30 feet from the rim. Many on Twitter have noted that Beal was open once he floated to the corner. Even John Wall pointed to Beal immediately after the play as if to say my bad, but there were only 2 seconds remaining when Beal broke free and a skip pass at that point would have been risky. However, there was a very promising option on the opposite side of the court. Caldwell Pop, who was covering Jody Meeks, took his eye off his man for a split second. Oubre jumped in and set a great pick on Caldwell Pop and Meeks burst free to Wall's left. With Meeks' patented quick release, there was plenty of time for him to get off an uncontested shot to force double overtime. But this gets back to the original problem with the play call. Inbounding the ball to a player running toward midcourt wasted too much time and put Wall in a difficult spot. He was forced to create for himself or try to manufacture a perfectly timed shot for Meeks. It's fine to use Wall as a safety valve if Oubre is having difficulty getting the ball in bounds. In that instance, Wall should do whatever he can to create a clear passing lane for Oubre. However, on this particular play, Oubre's pass to Wall was not an act of desperation. Wall was the first, and seemingly only, inbound option. Watch the play again. Nobody is moving except for Wall. With only 4.5 precious seconds remaining, there was no reason to draw up a first option which, even if successful, would exhaust 1 or 2 seconds unnecessarily. 8. Wall possibly did not even take a three-point shot. This one is a little hard to tell, but Sports Illustrated's Andrew Sharp pointed out that John Wall's foot was on the line for his game-ending shot. If the ball had gone in, we would no doubt have been treated to a Zapruder-like inspection of Wall's shoe. But, alas, it missed. So, we may never know the truth.